super sexy rejects. It is time for Echo, Echo, Echo. I can't see Vanessa. We're doing the whole thing today.
Just running the whole game.
Yeah, I'm doing the whole show. Now it's time for me to speak the Comanche language. Alrighty, guys, I am ready to do it. Is it Comanche? Fuck. It's his Patreon. Oh, but this one's public for everyone.
Damn.
Yeah, now the people knows you don't know.
Damn it. Now
I'm
everyone
sure they
knows.
will reprime us.
Hold on, everyone. I gotta not get canceled. I gotta correct myself.
It's time.
If I just go to the trailer for it, they have. It's not Comanche.
You guys want to know what
it?
it's like on Patreon? This is a
Choctaw.
great example.
Choctaw.
Is it? I don't know. I'm just naming
John,
tribes
you have
that
to
are
correct
prominent.
your legacy.
Yes, my legacy of racism.
Echo trailer. It's Choctaw. I remember I looked it up before we filmed, Coy, to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Choctaw.
Choctaw.
It's Choctaw.
There it is.
All right. Go, John.
I'm
We do it,
trusting
man.
you.
You have saved yourself from all the years of colonization.
Single-handedly with one correction. That's how it works here in Patreon. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Hold on, I'm watching the trailer. I really wanted to see it again. Okay.
I was like, what's that sound?
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, and.
That's exciting for a Marvel show.
We'll see.
Challenge accepted.
We'll see.
Ooh, black and white.
Oh, smash time. Marvel Spotlight. Marvel Spotlight.
Cool bumper.
Simple.
Elegant.
Refined. Oh, sweet. Hey, it's like the Kahori Tesseract pull.
Like I thought might relate, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's different in Elseworlds," and I was like, "I think multiversal will play here."
Hey, no, you nailed it. You know what we're talking about, John.
I do a little bit.
I know Elseworlds DC, multiverse. Apologies.
Whoa.
Wow.
Looks so cosmic.
Cool.
Oh, whoa, this is mature.
Yeah. Bodies, silhouette.
Damn, that's beautiful.
It's like Annihilation. Whew. People of the hollow earth.
That's
Cool.
So this is why she was able to defeat Hawkeye?
Yes, all of this. Concentrated in her DNA. Damn it, what kind of bird is that? Symbolism. Ooh.
Oh, damn. Just a bunch of colonizers rolling in above them.
Yes. That was just a giant flag being planted. Ooh.
Oh, that's neat. That's some cool makeup.
That's a really cool effect.
Shedding the clay of the earth. Almost like being dusted, but not.
Ah, yeah.
Whoa.
Whew. And we all have clothes. Whoa. Cool.
Are they completely redoing her origin, or is this some type
Different.
of visionary experience?
I think.
Cool.
Oh, imagine yourself through there.
No, exposition. Oh, Dad's back.
Oh.
Zon McLaren. Like we'll love you.
I don't know the actresses, but these two actors I know, and they're great.
Yeah, I remember thinking the casting for this was stacked.
Oh. What are you?
I feel like I'm missing something at this bird.
You quail scrub jay?
And then why are you here?
I don't know my
Why-
birds.
what-
Guys, my research
Is
is
there
Aren't you a
failing
member of
you.
the
knowledge?
Audubon Society?
It's not a black-capped chickadee. It's the only one I know because it was on a clock I had once.
Oh, so
Less.
the mom is deaf too?
Aw. No, don't go in the storm.
That's where things happen. Horrible things.
Come with me and we'll get a can of tomato sauce.
Do not take Crime Alley.
Goddamn ancestors.
The ancestors are always playing the scratchers. Oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh. Jeez, Christe.
Nah.
That's the T-est bone to ever T-bone.
So far, I am appreciating how dark and dramatic this is, and oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh, that's how she lost her leg.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, that's sad. Damn, who did the score to this? Appreciate
Ooh.
how cinematic it is.
Yeah.
The actual music itself.
Yeah, it's more emotional than just like superhero score.
Wow. No. Before someone buys a tracksuit.
Wow.
Leave the country.
Interesting how it started off like so mystical and fantastical, then it's become this like
More and more grounded.
focused family drama. and watching the grievance around the supporting characters, and not really so much on Maya yet.
Yeah, her origin would have to
Jeez.
be about everybody around her.
It's actually a copyrighted image. No,
Ooh, that guilt,
you
man.
did not. Nah.
Man, can't imagine having to tell a kid that.
No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, Sunday
I do it as a side job.
hobby.
Just breaking tough news to minors. She's a veteran too.
Yeah. No, they got a lot of actors who are great with solely expression of sorrow through the eyes.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Man, they shot all this on the volume, huh?
Oh, it's New York.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Wait, isn't this scene in Hawkeye?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a flashback.
good call. Ask your uncle, Danny Rand.
Yeah. Shang-Chi knows.
Be season 3.
Ooh.
Like Kahori. Interesting how having this scene in Hawkeye makes you think of it's a completely different kind of context.
Yeah.
And he's in a
for,
tracksuit.
for someone surviving as someone who's hearing impaired.
This is the Kingpin intro.
Yeah. But then having the mystical opening makes it a completely different context.
Yeah, that 3 minutes,
Yeah.
very different tone of show.
Uh-oh. Hey, bro.
At the dojo, come on.
Not at the Mojo Dojo Casa
It's a
House.
sacred place, the Mojo Dojo Casa House. Episode 1.
Jeez, that look.
Great edit. Love that.
Is this exactly what happened in Hawkeye? I've listened to Hawkeye that one time, but I believe this is 100% the same thing. But as a fan of certain animes, I like going back to scenes, like letting the flashbacks really play out again, because
Like an expanded mythology you got to taste, and then it
Well, yeah,
After
it
that.
just like the recontextualization of just seeing it like this versus the first time you watch it.
Yeah, where it's a lot lighter.
Yeah, you view it in a completely different lens, even though you're watching the same exact scenes.
Yeah, it gives it further dimension.
Wonder how much they plotted that. How much of that, obviously they had to shoot it then, but how much did
Yeah.
they know they were going to have this show?
Or are they just slicing together all the flashback scenes of Hawkeye?
They just kept a lot of
It's
footage.
just like an anime where you'll get one episode to kick off a season that's just all a clip show of stuff you've already seen.
But it does make it the shared universe feel richer to have Ronan in the pilot and to like expand what we do know of her.
Oof. Ooh. Daddy. Ooh. I'm already dead. I'm already dead.
I still love that marking to get the David Mack art, like the style of the.
Yeah, the bloody handprint.
Mm-hmm. And that opening felt very David Mack. I'm wondering how much he was involved.
Oh, they're still sister cousins.
Where's Daredevil?
He's doing a walk of shame as
When
we
I watch
speak.
She-Hulk, I want to see Daredevil. When I watch Echo, I want to see Daredevil.
Oh, here we go.
The shit? How's she gonna get out of this?
Gonna do some Taskmaster shit.
Oh, that's
Damn.
that's really cool.
I love the sound design choice.
That
Damn.
was actually a really cool action visual. What's the point of that, Maya?
You're still trapped.
Just a big F you.
Just wanted to make a point. If I can't have this shiny red bike, no one can.
Oh, look at that music cue.
Beat these guys' head in the door.
I like how the cops are just terrified and back away.
He doesn't know sign language?
Do we?
It's a real piece of work.
Netflix is canon.
Let me take you to a rage room.
It is cool to see Vincent back.
Always.
No.
This is way more the Kingpin I wanted back. But you know, vacay Kingpin is pretty cool too.
Trader Joe's Kingpin, baby.
Yeah, the restrained Kingpin is always more terrifying than just flailing. You want it to like build, and that was a great scene of him.
Gee, whatever.
Of how New York suddenly feels like Kingpin's always been here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it should. It really like
this entire episode.
he should be in the shadows.
It's entire, yeah.
And that's what the Daredevil show should be.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this guy gonna
Were
do?
they going to see?
She's gonna have to, like, lay this dude out. Make those dudes turn around. Yep. Yep, yep. She's cool. So freaking hot, bro.
So many channels now have YouTube videos they can make. Women standing up for themselves and things that they definitely go through in a day-to-day scenario.
But it's
Woke.
woke.
Yeah.
She'd be so much prettier if she smiled more.
Oh, I agree. Oh, you mean that sarcastically?
Yeah, wait. Who should I agree with? I do find it interesting that no one's prepared for her deafness, even though Kingpin's like a father, uncle figure.
He's got people. He's busy.
Whoa! Jesus Christ. Oh, they got the frame rate going.
Yeah, that means we're in an action scene.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah.
Oh, it's a oneer.
Will it be in a hallway? Is this a
Will we
hallway?
get
This is a
Daredevil?
Are we
corridor.
getting Daredevil
I feel
in
like
episode 1?
I think we would get Daredevil. I mean, based on the timeline, it would make sense to get Daredevil right now.
Yeah. Whoa.
Cool.
Oh, damn.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. Ooh. That guy's got his coffee
cool.
still. Ooh.
Oh, that was sick.
The gunshots, man.
Great camera work.
Oh, no.
Maya, do something. Oh, yeah, this is very violent. I like it a lot.
Ooh, damn. Nice.
I love that
Nice
she gets
hidden
brought
cut.
in through a POV shot.
And a perfect time for a hidden cut.
The way they choose to go in and out of her perspective via audio design is really interesting.
And there's a
choice.
slight push every time, right when it clicks over.
Oh, yeah. There was a crunch.
Oh, cool.
Whoa.
Cool.
there was a crunch.
I like that. Focusing on the heartbeat to get the emotionality.
And the calming back down. Exertion,
Release!
exertion, and
Release! That's right, Maya.
Gia.
That was
Chair
awesome.
kick is always rad.
That was awesome.
Woo-hoo.
the
Yes.
desk usage just
Oh. You again?
Oh, cool.
Ooh, damn. Are they using wires or did he just jump that? Whoa! That was legitimate.
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, here
Let's
we
go, Murdoch.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh no!
Yo,
That's
dude.
right.
Yo.
Damn it!
No, you guys could be a couple.
Oh, I love the suit.
Oh, this feels like Daredevil.
Oh God! Oh, those blocks and stuff.
Great.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The tang of the
Oh,
foot.
great hold on the kick.
Ooh.
Oh, great seamless cut.
This is excellent camera work
And
here,
the use
man.
of the chain link fence, I think, is also choice.
No, Maya, go back to Daredevil.
Oh, she's coming back.
Whoa! Jesus. No guns.
The Matrix
much more,
arsenal.
Yeah, much more John Wickian.
Oh,
He is moving so well.
Excellent stunt work.
Yeah.
that is awesome. Ooh. And they keep pulling in on her 1 foot, too.
Aw, they cut it.
Yeah, he's way faster than that.
It's like throwing Echo into the Daredevil Kingpin
Universe
world.
immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, and my black suit. All
This
these.
feels so much more Netflix than the Disney Plus show.
How so?
Hawkeye
More
stuff.
Hawkeye stuff.
Splicing it in with new footage. This feels like a Luke Besson movie.
Sure. Ah. It's interesting emphasis on extended family too. Her cousin,
I love the
her
frame
uncle.
rate changing.
Clint.
Don't put Jeremy Renner in the snow.
It's okay. He's back acting now. You're lying. It wasn't a typhoon. TJ's Kingpin?
It's interesting seeing these visuals from Hawkeye, which felt a little bit in conflict with the actual show itself, but
They
they
feel
very
getting
well
it here because they were the Netflix scenes in the Disney Plus, and now this is the show.
Yeah.
Like they
buddy.
scenes play more sinister and menacing, even though they're the same scenes.
Yeah. Wonder if they changed the sound design too on these. Be interesting to compare.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah. Definitely finished the job.
There's some, because of the splicing, there is some weird pace. I'm enjoying it.
It's a
Quite
very.
a
He's
lot.
doing a
Real
lot.
fast.
But it's paced a little funny.
What's
but
30
I'm not
years
gonna
in
lie,
one
I haven't-
episode?
I am really enjoying it. There's enough working for me here though that I think is really singing pretty high.
I feel like the show's starting now.
But it has a very Luke Besson vibe to me, which is something I vibe with very much so.
I thought it was going to be more flashback spread throughout the season. I expected like Daredevil episode 2 and to jump around. They're really covering their bases.
Where's your suture? Or that works.
Terminator's going to appear.
Your clothes and your boots, I need them. Give them to me.
I need to get back to my mystical roots so I can heal.
Yes, I need to go
and have
bathe
more
in the
powers.
muds.
Just get out of this real world.
There's a 53 on that truck there. Is that an Easter egg?
I was thinking of every issue that might relate to it. I couldn't think of one. Oh, the blood on the motorcycle.
You going home to see family? Whoa!
That was a super clean cut. I
Neat
love
cut.
that.
Good match.
So far, this is shot so uniquely.
Do not fall asleep on your bike.
Oh, there's also incredible in-camera stunt work.
Top
Yeah.
to bottom. Like,
yeah, I haven't felt-
vehicle
Has there been any CGI? I
choreography.
can't think of
I
any
haven't
CGI.
well, the good ones
The
you don't
muzzles.
notice.
Other than the very beginning.
The
it's-
muzzle flashes are CGI. And her leg and
And
things
some of
like
the splatter,
that.
but it looked great.
Yeah.
You guys know what I mean.
There was maybe one kip up that looked a little assisted, but otherwise.
The Thanos scene was pretty CGI heavy.
Yeah. Daredevil was like on your left, and then he appeared through the portal.
Just need to go play for a little while.
Don't we all?
Yeah. So busy with the grind, you've forgotten how to play and have fun.
The grind being murder.
Murder. Crime. Is leaving a key outside as common as movies make it believe?
Yep.
Because in every movie, everyone's got
Find an empty rock.
If you've got one, comment and we'll come to your place.
Leave your address where you keep the key.
How can you floss if you can't hear?
Oh no, she's suturing up that wound.
Do you listen to your teeth?
I gotta hear him.
Oh, that I heard.
That was a crunchy. Yeah. Ooh.
Feels alien.
A bit. It feels like Prometheus with the engineers.
Yeah.
I care more about her in the last 40 minutes than I did in the whole Hawkeye show. They've done a really good job reestablishing.
It's weird because I care more about Hawkeye in the last 40 minutes.
And Matt Murdock, of course. But
I mean, it might just be the people who live here whose home you live in.
no, don't shoot
Never
your
mind.
cousin.
No,
All
they're
right.
done.
Still might be. What? Biscuits.
Nice name.
He looks like a Billy Jack.
Oh. Busy saving the world.
I've never been to Oklahoma, but these feel like people not from California, and I really like it.
Yep.
They're so calm.
They don't feel like actors.
For a conference and some in and out.
But what if Grandma sees you sleeping on the couch?
It's a ghost.
Immediately like this guy. Well cast.
He's got secret fighting skills.
He's got John vibes, you know.
He's
Everybody needs a Foggy Nelson, and they got a good one.
Oh, give me them boots. I need a good pair of cowboy boots.
Iron rings.
Yes. Black Crow. There's so many names I'm trying to catch. Down.
There's a lot of really cool like center framing symmetry they do with a lot of these shots and some cool focus lenses.
I wonder if this is a real town or you know, like a place with a real level of
This
indigenous
is the volume,
heritage.
John.
It's the volume.
It's all the volume. These people are the volume.
Oh yeah, those are those AI extras they keep telling me about.
Where's Daredevil?
He's in the ambulance.
Sneak preview the next 5 episodes.
He'll pop out.
Bonnie?
Oh,
Bonnie!
Bonnie!
Fan favorite Bonnie.
Yeah, Skate Life.
Black
Man, there are
Crow's
so many
Skate
tracks.
Life.
So many music tracks.
Oh my God, I need a Saturn's ring disco ball.
Make America skate again.
I need
That's
one
how
of
I skate.
those.
Yep,
Yeah.
Do you not know how to skate?
I used to as a kid, but I tried recently. Not great.
I don't know how to skate.
Not great.
I
I used to
can't.
blade.
Oh, it's not Kyle Gellner.
Huh.
He should get in the Marvel Universe.
He should. It's that guy. He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
This guy's a combination of Evan Peters and Boyd Holbrook.
Yeah.
Oh, great
Good
call.
call.
Evan Holbrook's doing good work.
This dude's a good actor.
$5 to watch.
Voyeur skate. Oh, it's another that guy. Evan Holbrook is really good at playing like detached sociopathic characters. So I'm curious as to who this guy turns out to be.
Yeah, I worry for his safety, inevitably.
You can take that when you're skating?
Yeah, keeps your balance. It's like
Dude,
training
I
wheels.
didn't know I could use that. I can't skate.
That's how you learn.
Can we get one for ice skating too?
I can't ice skate.
I'm terrible at both.
Man, these are the colors of the show.
Yeah.
Fast hands. Bet that guy can fight. I have a sense.
Aw, little girl getting up.
We knew we couldn't trust you, Evan Holbrook.
Damn you, dude.
The King Killer?
King Killer.
This information made it all the way to Oklahoma? Probably
man,
because
they got
they were
I
like,
mean,
she
that
might
same
go
criminal
home.
underbelly.
Really?
It reached, didn't it? Like that team of people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, her pappy had shit going on
Connections.
out here, took it out there. So a penis in the anus. Oh, it's like her dad's tattoo.
Mm.
Ha! What a cut.
I'm a big fan of the transitions.
Always a good day. It's a full
I
service
love how this guy
mortician.
moves.
Yes. But
I
how
like the accent of his speech with
Yeah.
like I love how he talks.
Oh. Ooh. That looks infected.
I want to talk to someone that teaches ASL if there's like accents and flourishes that still translate. That's really
Yeah.
cool. I like how he moves.
People still got to have, at least their own
Little
unique
flourish.
cadence.
Yeah.
This has got to be a green screen.
No, they really climb that. Let's spy on some people. Uh-oh.
She's safe.
Is she with this telescope up here? Your sisters.
Yeah, there is a firmness in the way he talks. Maybe they did go up there.
That shot looked. Oh,
Fisk.
that's an Easter egg.
That's why they know. Yes. but to what?
What does
that
it mean?
Feast?
Fist. No, they spelled fist wrong.
All right, we got to explain the ending video coming up.
Here's 10 guns.
How far is Oklahoma from New York?
Oh. Oh.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah.
Queen Pitten.
Crime mommy.
Does she become the queen of crime?
No, I mean she ends up working with Daredevil quite a bit.
Wow, spoilers, Coy. Dude, man, her drips too. That fishnet leather jacket combo.
No, there's an element of like, is she working for her own needs when helping Daredevil out, and that's something I think they could do. I don't know how far they'll go though.
Look at that countryside.
At the end of the episode? Oh, it's Kingpin
Actually-
waking up.
Hey, I was like, I hope not.
Yeah.
Actually, nice. Oh,
It does move in like those grungier, like the Daredevil movie from the 2000s. It moves in live action.
Yeah.
It's moving
That-
quick.
That moves in that kind of like aggressive, dark, fast paced.
It could have been 6 episodes and breathed a little.
Oh, look at that.
Like that gritty. Oh, whoa. 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 Whoa, we don't even watch a preview.
No, we got them all
Nah,
day and
dude.
date.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Gosh.
It's coming soon on 5 minutes from now.
Don't click off this episode. Watch the next one.
Let's talk about episode 1. Even though you guys will just watch episode 2, there's 4 more out. No, we don't roll that way. Let's talk about this for 40
There's
minutes,
a
guys.
preview for.
Let's talk about 40 more minutes of this. No, we can just keep it short. Right now, I mean, because it is a binge show, I don't feel it's proper to like. I've adjusted to the way times have changed. That we should just kind of watch the rest before making a final assessment. In terms of a pilot episode, I think it was really good. It's a good strong start. I am kind of craving a bit of a change of specific pacing. I understand that we have to get a lot of setup out of the way. And you're also got to tie it into like, how does it connect to the Hawkeye stuff? Because you were cutting prior to the Hawkeye events, interweaving into the Hawkeye events, and then now we got to go post the Hawkeye events. So you're essentially doing Better Call Saul, but in one episode. And so far, though, I mean, for positives for me, I really love the composition of the shots. I think there's a lot of this really intriguing symmetry they have with all their angles. I think like the big talk of this will probably be the Daredevil fight, which I actually really respected the handling of that because they first get you invested into the action scene before Daredevil ever shows. Homeboy, you could learn to hide a yawn a lot better, John.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
Wow.
powerful. That was so good.
What a
I didn't
terrible.
even open my
That
mouth.
was a straw.
You can't prove that I ever did anything with my breath. I was just
I'm
shocked
so glad
by
I
how
was here
good
to
your
witness
point.
that.
See that?
Oh,
I was
that's-
shocked by how good your point was. I was like,
You guys
I
don't
can't
use a
say
lot of
anything
TikTok,
about it,
but
you
if
know?
there's
Wow.
a TikTok clip out from this episode,
What
it's that
a
moment.
weak
That was just
hiding. You cannot mask a
Man.
yawn any worse
I just,
than that.
you just
John
open your
Henderson to
mouth
play
and I start
Banshee.
falling
He's out
asleep.
here just
Damn.
taking a big old gas.
just
and
a
just
boring
figuring it
guy.
out.
Didn't realize
Here's
we're
what it
watching
is.
this show
Boring
at
Wow.
like. Are we watching this at like 11 in the morning? What's happening
it's
right
a
now?
big
You never know.
day.
Wow.
Guys, all
Never
dropped
know.
at midnight, keeping John up.
Anyway, the segue into that was getting you invested into the action and the visual, like literally a sensory experience, and Hawkeye and Echo fighting first, and then Daredevil shows up.
Yes.
Prior to let's get invested in Daredevil first being here, and so it was smart for the placement of it and this like really smart way of how they're kind of separating itself from the voice of Hawkeye and then now putting her in the voice of the Netflix Daredevil shows.
Yeah.
It's like mainly there, but like those shows were paced better, but granted, this is sort of a reintroduction. So I'm waiting to see how this all plays out, but loving the casting. And so far, I really enjoyed the first episode. I think action, looks, and Maya Lopez. Who's the actress? John, you would know.
Alakwa Cox is her name. I
John
think.
would know, and John delivered. And yeah, I think what I'm waiting for on there, it's a tall order to ask because it's all going to be reliant primarily on body language and expression to get really invested into her. And I like the choices of like how they will use sound design to kind of get you into what's going on internally with her beyond just speaking in sign language and just expressions that she has. Like it's kind of a neat way to get you into her perspective and her heart, which I thought was really smart. But I am still going, all right, well, it is her show still, and I'm going to need to really get invested in her, like her, but, it's still a journey. So this first episode. Those are my quick 3-minute thoughts. Who wants to go next? Who wants to go next?
Pick me,
Yeah.
pick me, teacher. I like this a lot, and I agree with most of what you said. So I'm not gonna, ramble. I have one main concern, which is kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how this will play out across 5 episodes because. In one breath, the pace of this episode, I thought they made it work. It moves real fast. It's splicing in a bunch of stuff from the past, and it could have felt like it was edited in a blender, and I didn't feel like that. However, I feel like when you're in the newer scenes in the past, where you're dealing with her family and stuff like that, the way this episode is paced made me worry for future episodes, basically not taking much time for that. Like when they're on top of the big tower thing and they're looking down on Bonnie. Like that was like a scene between those two characters, and you got the sense for, you know, their kind of back and forth rapport. And like that was not the most breathable scene, but it was a breathable scene. And I liked that flavor, and I think if you really want to sell us on all the stuff that they're doing, I just hope that they will take the time appropriately, much like the Daredevil show on Netflix would have done, to, just appropriately revel in these character beats so that we care that much more. But like I said, from here, I already cared more about Maya and her various relationships and her journey thus far, more than in Hawkeye. And I liked her in Hawkeye. I thought she was a cool addition, but it was sort of like this other thing happening on the side of that show. So this had all the punch and all the mood and all the atmosphere and all the look that you want, and now I just hope that it breathes a little bit. I feel like, not that it's a great one-to-one comparison, but like Zahn McClellan's on he's great on Reservation Dogs, and that show really lets you live in what this town looks like it could be, which is like, you know, a strong populated indigenous sort of area or town. Not that this is necessarily on a reservation, but, you know, like that stuff. I feel like that's part of what you want to steep yourself in when you're getting to know this person's story, and especially with these teases of, you know, the birth of the Choctaw people and this fantasy. You know, I hope they can proportionately balance all that stuff out, because I like that you have this prospect of something cosmic and something, you know, mystical at the beginning, which is appropriate for folklore and that side of things, and it doesn't clash too hard or contrast too, you know, dissonantly with, you know, the gritty, rough and tumble, like super tangible, very real kind of style they're going with. So I'm curious to see how they blend those moving forward. But a strong start by my metric.
Yeah. I like it more than Iron Fist season 1. And that's we can clear that bar then. All right. All right, Coy. Now keep in mind, we also did not talk about Kingpin.
Nope, we didn't. About to. So to me, this feels like the Marvel Knights imprint of comic books, which I'm hoping is what they do with the Searchlight. Obviously, Spotlight. I think Spotlight's going to be more. Spotlight. I apologize. Spotlight is going to be more than just dark characters. I assume it's going to be able to highlight other characters, and you know, it is distracting. I immediately felt the pull. Yeah, no, Greg's tired, guys. But the Spotlight, I don't think is just going to be dark characters, but I do think, like Marvel Knights, it does allow you to have an imprint, have a different feel, and the feel of Kingpin doesn't quite fully feel like Netflix to me, but it definitely feels closer to Netflix than Hawkeye. And I feel like you have a really unique opportunity here to have characters like Echo, like Daredevil, like Ghost Rider, like Blade. You have these characters that belong in the dark. And I would love if they take more opportunities for things like this. My biggest concern is that it is 5 episodes. It is getting kind of dropped unceremoniously quickly. I hope that with Hulu airing it, it will get a little bit more prestige, because Hulu does have really good content that is darker. I'm hoping an audience that loves that stuff finds this, and it kind of brings them into the fold, and that it gets enough numbers to show that audiences want this darker content. I do think that the Kingpin was able to retroactively make those scenes in Hawkeye work. I do think that Vincent D'Onofrio is incredible when he's like this, you know, those little like cars you pull back and you wait to launch them. Yes. I always feel like Kingpin is the car like right here.
Sure.
I feel like Kingpin's always like poised, and I think my issue with Hawkeye was we spent 3 years of like him like this with occasional lashing out and launching, and Hawkeye was just like, it was like a Hot Wheel. I don't want a Hot Wheel. I want a poised Viper. And I really feel like here we got the Viper, and I want more of that pacing. That I do worry that with a 5-episode run, it will have to be so feverish. But I really enjoyed this more than I expected. 2 parallels for me that I didn't expect to jump into my mind. I really enjoy Dominique Thorne in Wakanda Forever because I love Ironheart, and I think she's a good Ironheart. But I did feel like that scene, some of those scenes at times felt like they got added. I think they always intended to use her. She did screen tests with Chadwick Boseman before we lost him, but it felt like they added a couple more scenes in order to be like, we got a series coming. I felt similarly towards the character in Hawkeye, where I imagine she was always going to be in it, but I think once they decided to make a spinoff, there was more, and I felt like it was a detriment to both things. Hawkeye felt like it was trying to do too much, and it didn't feel focused, and then I also felt like I didn't connect to her. I feel so connected to her because of how they introduced Daredevil back in, because they made us familiar, because they had the Ronin scene, but I'm afraid unless they give us some time with just her, it will feel like they're doing too much. And then the other thing it reminded me of is, do you remember the scenes in the Whedon cut that were Snyder, and it was like, what's happening? And then it'd go back to Whedon, and that different tone just felt odd. I thought this did a really good job of kind of like the Snyder Cut, keeping its truth and integrity while incorporating other elements and making you remind you what you like about the Netflix shows and what you like about those things. So this reminded me of like, okay, don't let Hawkeye distract you, because that wasn't my cup of tea. I liked parts of it, but it did feel like I was doing too much. This feels like more that streamlined, I have a vision, I have a tone. This felt like directed. This felt like edited. Felt like it was DP'd. It felt like a property, not like a product. And at times, Hawkeye felt like a product. So I really enjoyed that this feels like there's artistic merit and there's a lens that someone's shooting it through that sees a vision.
Yeah, I would
Like
definitely.
Snyder Cut.
No, all puns intended. I would 100% echo that.
I have one. Oh, wait, because sorry, I thought you were gonna wrap up the video.
Did you? 1,000%. What just happened?
I thought you were heading into the wrap up.
I start
yawned
making
verbally.
a point, and he just goes, I want to.
You had that posture of Greg's about to end this video.
I was
so
just.
like,
I was
Then forget it.
transitioning.
Then
I'm
forget it,
enjoying
forget it.
post-holiday Greg
Into-
John so much.
Dude,
I'm just gonna go.
I already forgot my point, John. What were you going to
This is,
say?
I don't have any
I
more
literally forgot
This
my
is
point.
So the
I
vibe.
literally forgot
This
my
is
point.
early January for days.
What are you going to say?
No, you were gonna say something about Kingpin.
I said
I don't
Snyder
think I
tone.
was
I said a
going to.
lens.
You said
No.
the Snyder
A
tone.
creative
John,
vision.
just say what point you were going
How
to
does
say.
Kingpin know zero sign language? That's one thing that I did not get about this that I feel like would be important for how important he is to her existence and their bond and everything. He's got this friggin' translator who we've never seen before, who I guess is around just all the time, and then none of the other people are prepared for
He
this
also signed in
high-ranking
Hawkeye.
person in his organization to speak sign language either.
No, his sign language clearly is not. I want to say I'm glad you interrupted me for this. That his sign language is.
This is my favorite video.
Sign language is. In Hawk, they have a scene here before he gets shot. Like when he speaks, he's clearly amateurish at it. He only knows a few words.
But how has he known her so long? He's been her uncle since she was a child. He just
Because
never
he's like
bothered.
a secret Epstein billionaire. He's been able to like
He's
have a
such a
translator
sophisticated guy.
the
He
entire
could
time.
learn.
On the flight logs, for sure.
I
No,
don't.
I
buy that.
agree. I do.
I don't buy
I
that.
agree. I can also see the flip where he probably just has always
Hasn't
had a translator with
He's
him.
like, I don't
Yeah.
have time to learn this. I got to go kill people.
And I didn't ever look at my translator once across all the repeat words I must have said and have said to me.
Picked up 7 to 9 words. We saw.
That's enough for 20 odd years.
But yeah, I really liked it more than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, it's good. I really can't remember what I was,
I was hoping it
going-
would come back to you. I was trying to van for a second. I was like,
really,
maybe I'll tangent.
Snyder
I
cut.
really can't recall.
Artistic vision, a specific lens, a creative idea from top to bottom. Snyder cut. What else did I talk about? Netflix.
I said something to echo that, so maybe I don't know. Yeah, like it doesn't feel like. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like the Disney Plus shows. It
Doesn't feel
actually-
like a product.
It actually feels like they let the filmmakers make film.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool to see. I saw that breath come up.
This whole season, I'm just gonna watch body language and see how this interplay goes.
I got this go. I'm ready to go. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm done. I'm finished. I've just been in a Daniel Day-Lewis mood lately. I don't really.
Drink
You
a
seen
lot of
Last of the
milkshakes.
Mohicans?
No, and I
No.
love Michael Mann.
Yeah, I have. I've been wanting to. Oh, you haven't seen it either?
We should do a 3-way reaction. Yeah, that's Michael Mann, right?
Dramatic.
Yeah, the 3 of us should
Yeah.
sit for 3 hours and watch.
Dramatic cinema.
I really want to watch that.
We can watch it off camera
I
for
watched
fun
like
together.
New Year's Day. I watched this like documentary about like one of those like 40-minute videos about Daniel Day-Lewis, and I was like, I haven't seen Last of the Mohicans.
I'm a huge Michael Mann fan.
Yeah.
I'm more Michael Mann fan than Daniel Day-Lewis, and I love Daniel Day-Lewis, but I think Michael Mann's in my top 10 directors, and I think that's the only film of his I haven't seen. I watched Ferrari. It was okay.
Yeah, it's Michael Mann though.
Yeah, I love Miami Vice though. Nobody loves Miami Vice. There's so much like space.
Patrick Williams loves Miami Vice.
You gotta love a good mojito.
Nope.
And that movie
I did
talking
not-
about
couldn't
mojitos.
even finish it.
Oh, really?
Couldn't
I've
even
never
finish
seen
it. Never
couldn't
seen
even
an
finish
inch of it.
Did not like it.
Colin Farrell's mustache is like 2 mustaches in that movie.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, and the other thing too is what I liked so far about like I don't know, what. Honestly, help me out here, guys. People in the comments, help my uneducated mind who tries to sound politically correct say the right things that are respectful. When it comes to the Choctaw Nation being inclusive in here, and I don't know what nation or tribes or like what the specific race of the actors that they got involved in this project are. What I really respected about it, like they start off on this mystical element, which is neat to see. However, when you are just in the present day, they're not having all these conversations, which I'm sure they will have when exploring the culture. You're just with the people. You're just with the characters. And to me, that's usually my favorite kind of representation, is when you just have the actors and the characters there. And then eventually you have some more of these like conversations, you know. And so far right now with that premiere episode, I thought was a really interesting way to do it. Because I don't know what all this mystical stuff, I feel like, I don't know if that's going to be.
I think it'll be interdispersed and then build. Right?
I think maybe it's inspired by like actual cultural stuff, but there's a lot of fictional things that they're probably including in there, as opposed to they are adapting some very specific, you know, faith or
like Thor
belief.
playing with Norse mythology. Like it's an augmented play on a.
Yeah, that's what I imagine they're doing. But I don't know. I really don't know. I have no knowledge. So maybe
this is real mythology. Is this the real creation myth?
Yeah, it's this real like Choctaw Nation faith,
Folklore and faith.
Folklore is the word I'm looking for.
Spirituality.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I don't know if I ever found that point, but I'm happy to be here anyway. It doesn't matter. We're at the end of the video. All right. Well, thanks for being here. And let's watch episode 2.
Episode 2.
Let's do it. Guito Galindo, welcome to your second month of shout-outs here for Real Rejects. Now, it's 2024, start of a new year. I'm going to fathom what your New Year's resolution is.
Oh.
And your New Year's resolution this year is to clip your nails a little more often. I know you're Italian. Those things get really long and disgusting and full of spaghetti sauce. I understand how it goes, man.
That's a spicy meatball.
Plumbing, and it gets icky, and you don't wash your hands, and then your nails get all dirty, and you're like, forget about it. Then you give a backhand to your spouse.
Yes.
I get it, man. I know how it goes.
You build somebody some concrete shoes, get it all over your hands.
Yeah, you know, and then you have them swim with the fishes. Forget about it. So, Guito Galindo, man, I hope that, you know, cleaning your fingernails, it's a great way to make sure you're not leaving, you know, evidence behind.
Oh, yeah.
And also, you won't pick up any blood residue from all the dead bodies that you're hauling around and digging up shovels for. I get how it goes. Let's just make sure my racist shout-out is accurate. Galindo, name origin. Hold on a second.
Could go either way.
Spanish. Oh, my bad.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, then I hope you're colonizing...
yes. I hope you're sending some conquistadors our way.
When you're colonizing, my friend, you know, you can get a lot of dirt in your hands when you're taking over land.
That's true.
And so
blood and all sorts of other
making
things.
sure you can...
Make sure you can effectively take the things that are mandated as yours, that you truly fully deserve. Yeah,
we got this shit under control. So, Guito, I hope this has encouraged you to stick through for the remainder of the year, because clearly we care about TLC and customization when shouting people out, Happy New Year, clip your nails, they look gross.